Now we will see how we would be able to calculate retraining frequency in the offline mode. So in this approach, data scientists will try to find out the answer to one question. And data scientist can ask himself or herself that if I will train any machine learning model using current set of features, so whatever features we have right now, on the data from 3 months ago, and then apply that machine learning model on the data which I have generated today, then how much worse is the model performance as compared to the one which we have calculated based on 1 month old data and then applied it today? So that sort of questions data scientists will ask. And with the help of this simple approach, we would be able to estimate the retraining frequency. Okay, so in the earlier slide, whatever we have seen, it's online mode, right? Because we are performing it in the production environment, prod environment. Okay, so these all are categorized as online. Okay, and here we are calling it as offline because data scientist would be performing these activity at the time of training. And how data scientists will use the data. So here I have given a simple description about how data scientists can take different historical data. So here I have considered 3 months old data, 2 months old data, and 1 month old data, right? So these are the three different data set we are considering. And in step one, what we would be doing? So this would be step one. In step one, we will take the 3 months old data as a historical data, okay, and we'll train a machine learning model. So as an outcome, we'll get ML model. Okay, now we'll take this ML model and we'll compute the model performance against the test data, and the test data would be latest data, right? So it will compute the model performance and will capture this value here. The next step, in step 2, again will perform similar activity, but here we would be training machine learning model based on 2 months old data, right? And we'll apply it against the latest data, okay? And this will produce a production performance. In step 3, again the same step, but here we will be performing model training activity against 1 month old data, okay? And we'll again compute model prediction performance, right? So it will provide this value. So at the completion of step 3, we'll have model performance for step 1, step 2, and step 3. And in step 4, we'll simply take all these model performance value which we have received from step 1, step 2, and step 3. It will try to evaluate how rapidly my model performance value declines, right? So take an example. I'm just taking different color. So take an example. If the model performance for this and this, right? So this is coming from 3 months old data, and this is coming from 2 months old data. And if we find that there is a rapid decrease, rapid degradation in model performance, then that means we need to choose the model retraining frequency between, because as the difference between 3 and 2 months is 1 month, right? So my retraining frequency should vary between 0 to 4 weeks, right? So that's what we have observed here. But if that's not the case, we haven't seen a rapid degradation in the model performance between 3 months old data and 2 months old data. But at the time of 1 month old data, we have seen a rapid decrease in the model performance. So which means, I will again take another color. I will take red. So I'm just taking 3 months old data and 1 month old data, right? So here, this is for the 3 months and this is for the 1 month. And we have seen a rapid decrease after second month, right? So once we have trained machine learning model based on 1 month historical data, and when we compared the model performance computed in step 3, we have seen a rapid decrease in the model performance, right? And the difference between step 1 and step 3 is 2 months. 2 months, right? Right? So based on that, we can say that the retrain frequency should be greater than 1 month, right? Because we haven't seen any model degradation after 2 months, right? And the difference between 3 months and 2 months is 1 month. But it should be less than 2 months because we have seen a rapid degradation in the model performance. Once we'll compare the model performance calculated in step 3 and step 1, right? So that's the range we will be considering for our problem statement if that fits in this scenario, particular scenario, right? And we can choose the frequency between 4 weeks to 8 weeks. Okay? So in this manner, we would be able to calculate the retraining frequency required for any model retraining activity. And data scientists can use this approach at the time of model training and evaluation phase, right? And depending upon your business requirement and the type of data available at the time of training and evaluation activity, you can take different data slices to estimate how rapidly your model performance degrades, and you can optimize the model retraining frequency based on those estimation. And later you can compare the online model performance with the offline model performance for calculating the retraining frequency. And based on your assessment, you can optimize the retraining frequency based on those analysis and tune the value appropriately. Okay? Because selecting the right set of values for your retraining frequency has a direct impact on your model performance, and it also has a direct impact on the effort you will spend on model retraining activity. Right? So use appropriate methods and try to use both offline and online world to estimate the value correctly. Okay? So that's it for now. I hope you'll find this video useful. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, I request you to subscribe to it. And thanks for watching it again.